to my YouTube channel with you, V from Jesus Art and Craft with B. I am so happy that you are here with me today. Let me tell you that I am doing a voiceover, and it's so funny because you see my hands moving a certain way and my words may not align with my gestures, but it's because I decided to do a voiceover after I record the video because of the sound quality of it, because it have a lot of noise for the rain that have been pouring out here in New Jersey the last couple of days. But I hope that you can enjoy the video, and please, I apologize for the shadowing and all of that. The weather have been terrible, and I really wanted to put this video out there to share with you guys. I have a lot of fun doing this project, and so let me show you a little bit of the printables that are now available in the Etsy shop for Diane, which is the person behind the Shawcraft One YouTube channel, and also she is the owner of the Etsy shop My Old Barn Door. I will link all the digitals, and I will link her shop, and I will also link her YouTube channel, so you can see a little bit more about her if you don't know her yet. But if you do, enjoy these printables. I didn't print out all of them because my ink ran out, and you will even see some of them that have very bad quality in the printing, but it's just because of that. But they are gorgeous. You see, they are themed like for the farm. You see goats, you see tickets, you see tap and tag and labels, and I love this set of printables, the multiple digitals in here. So I'm gonna link all of them. I will do my best to link all of them in there. But she had pockets like this. She had butterflies. They are gorgeous. I love butterflies. You see the roosters, the little farm. This in here is supposed to be a small mini file, so that's why you see one of the images up and the other one upside down. It's just because you're supposed to score that in half and have a file folder. This is a pocket. You have these other tabs in here, this little thing in here. I never seen that before. I'm not sure if those are tabs or tag. I'm not sure, but they are gorgeous, and you can use it however you want. These are pieces of little papers, you know, are gorgeous. I print out some of these digitals in regular papers, others in cardstock, and this one here I printed in both things. You can fold it in half and make a journal with it. It's beautiful. I love it. I enjoy all of this very much. These ones that you see now are the ones that we are going to be using today in the project that I will be sharing with you guys. So I'm going to put this on the side, and so we can do the project in a little bit. But first I'm going to show you all of them. They are beautiful, and you will see that this one that is next to this one, I'm saying here that I would love to be sitting in that with a tea of coffee, but well, I print out this, and you see I printed in pink paper and also in the white cardstock, pink cardstock and white cardstock, and you see that is different, but it's the same digital. And I'm in love with all of these. You have piggies, you have ducks and donkeys and butterflies and cows and trucks and all of that kind of things. I think it's gorgeous and beautiful. Look at that. I love it. We didn't use all this, but you will see now as we create. Well, is you still here? Thank you so much for your support. I have 2 8.5 by 11 cardstock with the digital of Diane, and I am using here my trimmer, and yes, my trimmer is in need of a blade replacement, but we're gonna use it like that. It doesn't really affect the project that we're doing today. And so first I'm gonna cut the border of this paper in order to be able to cut this on side and don't, you know, have that white border on it. And I'm gonna cut here at 7 inches in the side of 8.5. We're gonna cut there at 7 inches, and then now I'm cutting also the border, and I want to cut this at 9.5 tall in the 11-inch size. So we're cutting at 7 by 9.5. It's 7 this side and 9.5 tall. And then we're gonna cut the second paper, which is also at 8.5 by 11, and we're gonna cut it down. We're gonna take away the border, and now we're gonna cut at 7 3/4. 7 3/4, and taking out that border. And we're gonna be cutting this but I need 9.5, but I don't want to get rid of the butterflies, so I'm cutting here and turn it to cut that paper at 9.5. So this one is 7 3/4 by 9.5. So you have two pieces. One is 7 by 9.5, and the other one is 7 3/4 by 9.5. And let's do some scoring right now. Okay. The first piece of paper that we're gonna use is this one, which is 7 by 9.5. This is a smaller piece of paper, the 7 by 9.5, and we're gonna be scoring this on the 7 inches side at 4 1/4. And the quarter is that line right after the 4, the biggest line. And then we're gonna turn it and we're gonna score at 2 inches in the 9.5 or 9.5 side of the paper. And that is the bottom and this is the top, and that is really important when you are doing this project with a directional paper. So you're gonna score at 4 1/4, and then you're gonna turn it and score it at 2. The second piece of paper, which is the 7 3/4 by 9.5, you're gonna score on the 7 3/4 side. You will do a scoring at 4 3/8. 4 3/8. Now you turn it, and remember, this is the bottom of the paper, this is the top of the paper, and you score at 2 inches as well. You can put the score table outside, and now we're gonna fold those score lines and burnish with the bone folder. And we're gonna do the same in this paper. I open it here and fold it here because it's easier, and then we have to do some cut. So I'm cutting here. Not good with my scissor, but I will do it the best I can. Okay, and remember, this paper is the one that measures 7 3/4 by 9.5. You're gonna cut it in here, and you're gonna cut it like in an angle, a little bit of an angle, and you're gonna cut this side too in an angle. And then after you do that, you're supposed to fold it like that. That's gonna be folding there. We are not gonna glue it, but it's gonna be folded in. And here you will cut this piece. You are not gonna use it, and try to cut it as straight as you can in the inside, on the left side of the score line. That makes sense, right? And then we have that first part. We put it at the side, and we grab the second paper, the 7 by 9.5. And we're gonna do the same. We're gonna do some folding, and then we're gonna do some cutting as well, also trimming as well. So we're gonna fold in here, and we're gonna do the same time of cutting, but in this case you are not going to angle it. You're gonna keep it straight, but you're gonna cut on the right side of the score over there, and here you're gonna cut at the left side of the score line, and you get rid of that little piece, and you have this straight pocket. Okay, and now you're gonna have one of this, if you have it, or use your scissor, a smaller punch, whatever. You don't even have to do it if you don't want to, but this is gonna create a pocket, and that's why I'm doing that. And now I will be inking those paper with vintage photo, and after we ink it, we're gonna go back. Okay, now I have everything already inked, and we're gonna just attach these two paper like this, but before I'm gonna glue this pocket, only this one. We're gonna put glue on both sides, and then we're gonna glue it. Okay, the glue is giving me a hard time there, but then I'm just folding this in, and now we're gonna attach both pieces together. I'm so sorry. Apparently I cannot talk today, or rarely I can talk, but we're gonna glue this. This one is not gonna go glue, and we're gonna put another one in the top. So that one you don't have to glue it. We're gonna glue this part with the other one. Okay, so you gotta make sure that you put glue in the 3 areas, right in the top, right on the fold inside of the score, or let's say on the left side of the score line, and at the bottom, and that will be glued to the other piece and will create a pocket. So try when you glue it in here to make sure that you can align that exactly and that you can close it with no problems. Okay, and you already have that pocket in here. So this is a pocket. Now we want to continue working on this, and we're going to do the flap in the top, and then you're going to have another pocket in there that we also going to create. I believe that's what we're going to do now. Yes. So what happened in here is that I realized that I want a pocket there, but I have that little goat there that is so gorgeous, and so I print out the same digital once again, and I will do my best here. And yes, I did have a really good job in here, because I wanted to put it in there in a way that it cannot see, you can see it like a full image, not the cut. We will see what I mean. This is 7 inches tall, and because I'm gonna put it in here, I'm gonna have a same pocket like the other one. The only thing is it's not gonna have the notch in there, but I'm trying to measure so I can have the image in there. If you want, what I'm trying to explain in the video that you see I'm doing a lot of gesture, is that if you want a pocket with a little bit more gap, then you will have to cut it a little bit bigger so you can do those fold. And so I'm marking here to cut it in there, and then after I cut there, I will then measure the 2 inches of the pocket. I do it this way because I really want to have this result that I'm showing you there. You see, like when I put that in there, I still can see the whole image, even though the line is right there. I can still see the whole goat and that I want it to see. And so now I'm cutting those little hairs because of the blade, and I will ink it, and then we're gonna glue it in 3 sizes so we have a pocket in that area. You can do it with the gaps and have a bigger pocket, like with the ability to hold more stuff, but it's gonna be chunky. And so if you want to do that, then cut it, instead of 7 high, cut it 7.5, and then instead of 2, cut it to 7.25. So it will be 7.5 by 2.25, and then you're going to fold it in 3 sizes in 1/4 inch, and then you glue it, and you will have a pocket with a gap. So you go in 3 areas, and there you have your beautiful pocket, and we still have that image of the goat and the butterfly that I love. Okay, and this is the pocket. Then we're gonna do that flap that I've been talking about all this video. I never do, but we're gonna use this paper once again. I'm telling you, I really love this printable, and so I have it here again, and we're gonna cut it right there approximately, and I'm trying to make sure that I have the right measurement. This piece is 3 inches high, and of course have the same width of the space that we are gluing it to, and I scored this at 1/4 inch. So now I have this piece that is 3 inches. I score in 1/4 inch, and then I'm cutting it to the side of that middle panel so I can use it as a flat. Okay, let's see. Cutting the little corner of the little flap, we're gonna glue it. Burn that, and then we're gonna glue it in there, making sure here that I can close my folder with no problems. And then we're gonna glue it there, and then we're gonna figure out what kind of closure we will do here, because I want that to be kind of a the closure for the coin envelopes that we usually use. And so you glue this right in the middle, make sure that it's all the way to the top and that you can close the other two panels without any conflict. And then inking, I forgot to ink it before I glue it, but we can ink now. And guys, inking is just optional. It's nothing that you gotta do because you gotta do. It's just preference. Okay, so we continue inking this and making sure everything is glued properly. And I see this white part in here that, well, I didn't realize that was the margin of the back printing of the paper, but it's okay, that doesn't really matter. We can cover that later or do something about it, or just leave it like that. And now I want to do something. Okay, I'm gonna look for one of these things that yeah, I'm not sure the name of it. I think it's Brad or something. And we are looking for an item that we can use to do that. And so I decided to use this butterfly. And because this is going to be part of the closure, I'm cutting the shape of the butterfly, and then I'm going to glue it to another cardstock and cut it once again because I want it to be sturdy, because this is going to be the closure of it. So what I'm doing in here is getting the cardstock and gluing it once again in another piece of paper and just cut it once again so we can use it as a closure. Okay, so here is where I want that butterfly, and I'm grabbing something in order to do the hole. I want to use this tool in here that I'm going to show you in a little bit. I'm looking for it and I can't find it, but it's there. I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to use this pink tool to put a hole in here. I don't want to use the other tool to do holes because I don't want it to be too big, but then I did it in here through the paper, the butterfly, and then I'm gonna put this brad in here, and then after that we're gonna cover the back to hide that piece of the brad and the legs. Okay, let's cover it with a piece of paper of the same digitals that are beautiful. You will see that I just measure just like that. I don't use a ruler or nothing like that, so the only thing you have to do is make sure that you have a piece of paper that you like and that is with the appropriate size to cover that area right there. Okay. Now I'm just cutting the excess of the paper on the sides, right on both sides of it, and then it's ready. Now we can go to the next step of it, inking. Once again, I forgot to ink before, but anyways, it's better to do it that way because I cut excess of paper, so just make sure I ink all my edges. And now we're gonna do a closure for this part over here, the other part. I'm thinking maybe using another butterfly, but that one was too big of a butterfly for that area. So I decided to use this piece of paper with the same butterfly that I used at the top, and I did the same procedure. I cut it, then you will see that I included in 2 pieces of cardstock, and that is because this piece of paper where the butterfly is printed is just a piece of copy paper, not cardstock. The first one was cardstock, so I used double cardstock. In this case, I'm gluing the paper to a cardstock and then the cardstock to another cardstock and cutting the shape of the butterfly to use it as the down part of my folder for the continuation of my closure. You will see, I think, and out being really cute. And this one, instead of going out of the flap like the one in the top, this one's gonna be right in the middle. But first, I'm gonna do this cluster. I used 2 labels from the printables or digitals, and then I'm gonna use hot glue to glue this because this is kind of a fabric or thing that I found in one of the dollar stores, and then I'm gluing this part with the hot glue because for that kind of material it's easier and better and faster the gluing, the drying time. And then we're gonna put that in here, and we're gonna do another brad in there. So I'm looking for my materials and tools to be able to poke that hole in there. And I'm gonna open this to make sure that my butterfly is aligned with the one in the top. And I'm just gonna, do a hole through the butterfly and the labels and the paper. And now we're gonna put that brad in there, and we also going to cover the interior of it so we can make sure that we hiding those legs of the brad, and for safety and also for the look of it. And we're gonna use this piece of paper. We're gonna cut it down. We're gonna glue it first, and then we cut it out. I didn't that in the other part because of the butterfly being in the middle. It was gonna be difficult, so I make sure to have the same height exactly. But here I can just glue it, make sure I have enough glue around the brad legs in here or all the edges, and then I glue it, and then we cut the axis and ink it. Let's do it. At this point, this white thing is really bothering me, but I leave it like that all the whole time. These are the ephemera pieces that I'm gonna put right in the middle. Those are journaling card. They were like around 3x4, 3x5, and I'm gonna put these tags in there. All of this are part of the most recent digital that Diane uploaded to her Etsy shop, my old barn door. I will link it. And we're gonna use this string in here. You can use it at the top or at the bottom, however you like it. That doesn't really make the difference. I'm just gonna put it around and do a knot, and then another one, double knot. And I'm struggling here because I don't like to waste my string, and I cut it too short in that part. And then now I'm cutting the extra and hiding the little piece, and then we're gonna go around that other butterfly. After I organize my ephemera, we're going to close, and we're going to measure to see. I think I do twice around, 1 and then 2, and then a little bit there, and then we cut it, and there is the closure, which I think is beautiful. We're gonna put that tag, and then we decided, oh no, I did something else for there, but we're gonna put tag in here, and another one with a quote, and then which is that one, because I said, oh no, I did this little journal. I did it, and I put some coffee dye paper, and we're gonna use it in here. And so now the tab that I had in there, I'm gonna put it right in here with the other goat, so they are together. And then we're gonna put other tab in here, the butterfly that I love, and this one with the squirrel have the same image that I in here. So we're gonna use that, and then we're going to make sure that we put this little label in here with another goat. I don't know why, I didn't know that I have this love for these little animals. They are so gorgeous and beautiful, and these digitals. And then Now what we're gonna do, we have all that in, but we need a closure. So we're gonna decorate first this part in here with this little piece of whatever that is. I don't know the name of that. It's kind of a fabric, like, I don't know, I found it in one of the dollar stores here in the area. Now we're gonna put this label that says spring, and this blue that matched perfectly with that butterfly over there. And now we're gonna use this. This is a wood butterfly that I decoupage with a piece of the printable or digitals, and then this that I'm wrapping around the ephemera folder is elastic, and I put some of those little bits in there, and that's the closures. Very easy, very simple and beautiful. I hope you enjoy this. Here are some of the pictures on how it's inside, and thank you for following, thank you for your likes, thank you for sharing, thank you for watching, and I really hope that I can see you once again, probably next Friday or the following, with another design team project for Show and Tell Friday with Diane. Thank you.